Okey-doke. Welcome everyone for another European Daily Tournament commentary. This is one of the first ones of December. Sorry, January. It's January 2026. One of the first ones of the new month. And this is a big one, I believe. I think there's a couple of very strong guilds in it. Can I just view it like this? So yeah, we got Fist, we got HDM. Oh, we've got the Honor Knights #1. They're returning guild, I think. They were an old French guild. Last played, I think, 2014, 15, 16, something like that. Couple of other teams here. Very nice. So we're going to see if there's some good matches to obs. Not many yet. So Fist is the top guild at the moment, for those who don't know. HDM, Bad Draft, is a returning guild of German players mostly. I think a couple of different types of Europeans. And they'll probably be contenders for Gold Cape this month. Got a very strong lineup. Which one should we see first? The first round was on Weeping, then it was Uncharted, then it's Druids I think, and then Burning. So round 4 of this tournament will be on Burning. We'll see Fist versus Silver Death to start off. Silver Death, SD, 2 frontline, 2 allies, and 1 mez. Fist, triple front, double mez, balance build. Fist going all out the front with 1 waiting back for flag to #8. Actually not waiting back for flag at all at the moment. Leaving the back door open. Silver Death going out the back door. Weeping Isle, not so much a split map. If you are splitting on Weeping Isle, you do need to take control of the back. The AV8 team will attempt to keep control of the gate locks and fight around the center of the map. That stops the split team from splitting through the back door. But because Fist has all gone through the front door, they have lost control of the back and they will be reactive and not be able to establish control over the center. Yeah, the gate lock is a huge mechanism on that favors split builds on this map. So those split allies will be able to get down potentially those first 2 outside archers without risking anything. The Dervish of SD is a Grenth. Not a Lisa. Sorry, they have 2 Dervishes. It's Grenth and Balth, so no Lisa. Build is a bit more aggressive, offers some more damage. At the cost of making flagging potentially a bit more difficult. Split allies are in a 2v2 against Mez Assassin and 8 Monk. Spirit Bond. Spirit Bond on one of them. They have the Knight tanked, which is not ideal for this engagement. Patient Spirit on this alley. They can get out of Knight range, they should be able to survive. But they're going to have to probably reset as there will be low energy. Not seeing a snare on the Meze, which implies 2 interrupts. Which is a nice build to fight against 2 split allies with. Better than 1 interrupt, that's for sure. Flag run out of the Grenth. Split allies are collapsing. It's going to give a free flag. No, actually won't give a free flag because Fist already have the flag here. Fist waiting back for a next flag on Meze. #8 coming to main. Fist split allies actually coming all the way back to their own base. So not collapsing. You know why though? It's because there's a sneaky dervish in their base who just took out knights and archer. SD don't have a great way to deal with the Lisa this game because they don't have a meze. They've got no portable enchantment move. So as long as the Lisa of Fist is not running flags, he has free reign to run into SD's base. SD now wiping. Minute to base res. Interrupt on the Lisa. It's an aggressive build. It means he can't fight split allies comfortably. But he does have a lot more kill threat. All the monks dead of SD. Wonder if the dervish has a pact. Does Fist have enough time to end it? I think they do. If they're quick, it's gonna be close. I think they've got enough time. There may just be enough time for SD to base res, but not to reach the Lord. Split Ellie's running out the back again, not going to be defended, because Fist is confident they can end it. Yeah, so base res, not enough time to reach the Lord. And round 1 goes to Fist. Next up, round 2, we'll see HDM versus, I think this is a French guild. HDM is not even really German, it's got some German players. French, British, American, it's all over the place. Keeper, on the other hand, I think is a solid French guild. But I'm not 100% sure on that either. So HDM with split allies, they've got single derv, 2 mez, 2 allies. I wonder what this dervish will be. Will it be Lisa, Grenth, or Balth? Keeper, on the other hand, with triple melee, double mez. It's a Grenth. Showing that HDM... I wonder what the thinking is behind that Grenth. Because this is kind of a hotly debated topic at the moment. Do you run Lisa on this role, or do you run a dervish with more damage? If you run Lisa, you sort of lack the damage sometimes. So even with your 3 damage of Mesmers and Dervish, with a Lisa, you sometimes struggle to kill a solo monk. Or with just a Dervish and a Mez. Grenth offering more damage, but harder to run the flag out. It is an awkward main team composition sometimes, the 2 Mesmers and the Dervish. Also, it's 2 dash Mesmers actually. And it's a 3-man split at the start out of HDM, not a 2-man. The 2 dash Mesmers. Kip are only defending with 2-man against 3. Lisa's haste on the Dervish, that will make it uncomfortable for him to fight into this, as he'll take a lot of damage from those allies. HDM disengaging though, as Keeper comes to support with a meze. Denning asks, what are the heal skills on the allies? Good question. I don't know, but it's not looking good for this Lisa. Runs straight into the allies and the mez. Far too much damage for him to tank. And we won't find out what those heal skills are anytime soon, as these allies don't need to heal themselves. Oh, there's a spirit bomb actually. Don't know if it was from an ally or not. Anyway, Meze of Kipper goes down after time. Now 4-man split out of HDM. Three-man defense, 2 monks out of Keeper. So I wonder what the thinking is for the double Meze. So that'll mean that they're packed on the Grenth. So Grenth probably just for a middle ground between DPS and survivability. Double Meze, perhaps because they expect to keep one of them with a split permanently for a powerful 3-man combination with the 2 allies. And the other one at main permanently, and the dash on him helps him run flags. Implies a very dynamic playstyle HDM is going for. Is that a minor rune? Energy burn. Hits the pin down. I think there's a minor rune on this mez. Yeah. Interesting. Var Piety on this Grenth. So no attacker's insight. Then he says he runs 15 fast casting. Interesting. So no Var Piety, no Pious Restoration, no Signet of Pious Restraint. Just Var Piety on this Grenth Dev. Which makes him a lot more tanky against Ellies and Assassin, I guess not Assassins, but Ellies in particular, and Warriors. 4-man split out of HDM, fighting into, ooh. Keeper is defending now with the Baltov. They're defending 3v4. I don't think the Baltov adds much to this except for another target to hit. Baltov does go down. If you're going to defend 3v4, you probably want to do it with a Mez, particularly a Mez Rit. Ellie's now diving into the pit. His monk's going to have a bad time against 2 Ellies and a Mez. Shadow Shroud. Rupt on the heal burst. Oh, another Rupt on the Cure Hex. And Prop Monk degens out. Shadow Shroud. Usadov making a play. Not able to get anything. How's Keeper doing on morale? Average of more than 15 DP. And 4-man split out the back again. Keeper can't seem to find an answer to this. It's a very difficult composition to actually 4v4 against. It's the kind of thing you want to use a Mesmer against. Using a Baltov though and doing a 3v4 again, which I'm pretty sure is just gonna straight up lose. They have the Mesrit coming back now. Hopefully the monks are not too low in energy though. Do we have a Cryptsig? We do have a Cryptsig. Do we have a draw or a purge? We have a draw, so there is the potential for Keeper to catch here. It's a big ask though, as it's a very deadly 4v4 out of HDM. They could turn around if Keeper gets a bit too aggressive. Prop Monk of HDM loitering in the middle, ready to support split if needed. Now's the turnaround from HDM. If Keeper just managed to survive the initial onslaught though, survive the first Shadow Shroud, shut down the fire alley a bit. Problem though is for Keeper, even if they manage to survive, HDM can... They do have a lot of healing, a lot of interrupts, so they can survive themselves against just the 2 damage of Keeper. You can see, even with the catch here, we'll see... Oh, it's Heal Breeze, by the way, on the Fire Rally. There's a turnaround. Dervish not looking so healthy, he goes down. There's the power of the Shadow Shroud. Yeah, so not a winning 4v4 comp for Keeper. Even if they catch, even if they survive, not able to close it out and eventually get turned on. Lisa Derv, I think that is dead after time. Mesmer getting blocked out of retreat. Shutting down the fire rally. It's good with the P-Leak. That'll significantly slow down the damage of HDM split. You can see now HDM struggling to kill in the 4v3. It's the power of the Mesrit against this combination of HDM. Now he's just got to watch out for the Shadow Shroud. If he can interrupt that, he should be able to get out of this. Here it comes. Didn't interrupt it, but the fire rally is running away. In fact, both the Ellies running away. Now the fire rally's back. Air Ellie is looking for kills in main. With only a Dervish though, Mesmer on the way, may not find it in time. A little bit of awkward movement out of HDM, but Kip is pushed back into the base. Split of HDM disengages. It's going to be a 6v5 main team in favour of Keeper. Not going to push it though. Just going to run out the flag, I guess. Five-man main out of HDM. 2 at the back. 1 running flag. Dervish is actually 60'd. Interesting. I wonder how that happened. I guess it's the main team Meze here with HDM. Must have done a lot of work against that Dervish. He has got the counter Lisa bar with the E-Burn E-Surge mine rack. Still don't know how you get 60 though this early on Elisa. 2 split Ellies are 2v1. Keeper struggling to run this flag and gets returned. Curious whether the split Ellies... Okay, now they are killing through that monk. Take out the archer. Monk is probably low energy at this point. And HDM now doing whatever they want. Almost average of 30 DP on Keeper. $21 on Grenth's Aura. That's 12, is it? And the game goes to HDM. dominant performance. Next up, we have... What do we have? Oh, we got Fist versus Honor Knights. What is the benefit of wanding with a staff on the Derv? If you've got the PvE staff, then it does some alright damage at range. That's the only benefit though. So next up, it's Fist. Where'd the match go? Fist versus Honor Knights. Honor Knights returning French guild. Lots of French guilds. Fist, a staple of the community. So Honor Knights with 3 melee, 2 warriors, 2 mesmers. Fist also 3 melee, 2 mesmers. Difference being Fist have 2 dervishes, whereas Honor Knights have 2 warriors. So we'll be curious whether Honor Knights have a Lisa or a Balth or a Grenth. But we know that Fist will almost certainly have a Lisa. Probably this dervish here. I'll call them number 1 instead of Honor Knights. So number 1, not waiting back for a second flag. Fist also not waiting back for second flag. They're going to duke it out in an 8v8 at the flag stand, it seems. Nope. Both teams chicken out. Send back 1 for the next flag. Meze out a mile, Lisa out of Fist, waiting back. It's going to give Fist a bit of an advantage at main team. And there's a cap right off the bat, I think, by Fist. And now pull back. Number 1 probably shouldn't have enough damage though to score a kill here while they've got a Lisa main, Meze running flag. Wonder why Fist would do that though, to cap first like that. Perhaps unintentional. Perhaps they counted 8, didn't realize that one of them went back. No double run out of Fist either. It's going to put them at a bit of a disadvantage if they don't double run. It's now an 8v8 with a full flag down. Fist. But the Meze of number 1 goes to run another flag anyway. He's going to keep the pressure off of Fist. Fist running on their Lisa again. So if both teams just keep running the flag, then it does favor Fist, because they have a more deadly combination main. Actually, scratch that. That's slightly... Hang on, what's the dervish again? Oh, he's dead, so I can't really see. If it is a Lisa, then Fist definitely have the better 7v7. It's about, then it's closer to even. Dervish base reses out of number 1. Lisa's still running flag out of Fist. Backup flag here for number 1. A Dervish is making a play out the back door. Number 1 loses their 8 monk. Looking for a pact. No ages for it, manages to get off anyway. It's not a Lisa, it's a Balth. Out of number 1. So no Lisa at all for number 1. Still ahead on flag here. Fist is going to hold it, hoping to return this flag that number 1 has. They're holding on their Meze. That'll mean they can't defend the base. This is a good time for the Lisa to take NPCs here. While the Meze is pinned with the flag. Here's the Lisa defense. So Fist is making some risky bets here. Perhaps they think that the Lisa is actually waiting for the next flag, that's why they're holding. Don't realize that he's in their back door. We'll see how long it takes for them to realize. We'll know that Fist have realized as soon as this Meze starts going back. But the Lisa, the Baltov is actually not pushing any further. Just gonna pull back actually. Guess being a Baltov, he can't really dive the pit so easily. But if he doesn't take more pit NPCs here, then he's wasting a lot of time for number one. He's going for it. What's he gonna get? He's got to get a lot right now because number one's main team's in serious trouble. Fist sending back their number 8, sending back the Lisa. It's too late now for this Balth. I don't know. He's got to be careful he doesn't get timed. He's pretty fast, but he's got to get out of this. He's faster than the Lisa is, but he's got to dodge the Harriers. He's stepping side to side. That's going to slow him down in comparison to the Lisa. Okay. He throws. Eats the crypt. He's dead after time. Unfortunate. Could have survived. Only got the bodyguard as well. Didn't even get the knights. Perhaps number one a little bit rusty. After such a long layoff. Only one guy left for number one. It's the warrior assassin. No res. And there's a minute for Fist to end the game. Which they certainly will. So number one making a few mistakes this game. Fighting with the worst 7v7. Well, who knows how much worse. They have a Balth, so keeping that at main team is probably not too bad. So maybe the 7v7 was alright, but making mistakes after the base res, not really taking full advantage of that backdoor Baltov, only getting these backdoor NPCs plus bodyguard, and taking far too long to pull back a main team as well. Perhaps they just wanted to stand at main team long enough to cap the flag, but it cost them a lot. Cost them enough of time wipe. So game goes to Fists. Next up, we got HTM versus T1 Superstars. Don't think I've seen this guild before. This is, I think, Fate's guild, the number one here. We've got Jamie on Warrior, Vesto, Pekka, pretty decent team. Got Smokey, Fennec, Ev, a very decent team. SKT. This is actually a Gold Cape contender team, actually. Very nice. And they're against HDM. So HDM with the triple melee. I'm assuming this is melee. It's a Dervish Necro. So who knows? Maybe it's curses. Anyhow, 2 melee plus maybe 1 plus 2 mez. SKT with double melee, triple mez. It's Hexway out of SKT. It's probably AOD train, I'm guessing. Barb's Necro. Sorry, Barb's Mesmer Necro. That's fleeting stability, so it is a cast. No, it's not. It's Elisa. It's just Elisa. Relax. There's still a chance, though. It is possible to run a caster Elisa. You get the 50% faster recharge on the Eremites. But no, it's probably just a regular Elisa. Capping the seed of SKT right off the bat. Curious. Means they know SKT. Yeah, it's just a regular Lisa, it seems. Means that they somehow know that SKT is running a cheese build. Is the AOD? Seems like it's been interrupted. Lisa going straight for pit. Nope, gonna pull back and save himself. What's this Meze got? Has he got a bar to fight the Lisa? No, he doesn't. If he's got backfire, he can potentially... Oh. Hope that lag doesn't stick. Alright, if this keeps lagging for another 10 seconds, I'm gonna change district or something. Yeah. Oh, hang on, we're back. Okay. Yeah, I thought I was in European districts, so I didn't expect it to be lagging like that. Anyway, seems like he does a backfire. Yes, the Mez does a backfire, so he can stop the Lisa from getting NPCs. Looks like he may be able to kill the Lisa as well at this rate. Lisa gotta be very careful. Getting that heal not drained. But if there's a fast recharge and backfire... No. Nope. Just escapes. So, not looking good for HDM right now. Who is Pekka? Is that Godly? No, it is not Godly. He's a PvE player, I think. It is very good. Very good at Mesmer specifically. Good reflexes. I don't know how old he is. I hadn't seen the guy until I came back in 2025. First time I think I'd seen him. So Mesmer and Lisa just running around, ring around the Rosie through the center of the map. HDM looks like they are still in trouble. AOD gets off. It's on the Mesrit. Looks like he gets out though. Prot Dervish is a little bit pushed up there. There's an AOD on him. He's exposed. Only one front line on him. Where's the other front line? Oh, he's a bit pushed up. What's he doing? What's going on here? These guys trying to drop the flag to each other? There's no way you can do this, right? Pretty sure you can't drop the flag there. I haven't tested it, but it seems like a bit of a gap. Anyway, SKT has found the Derv Prod again. They're trading with everyone that they have. Doesn't look like AOD's on him though, because his SOA is lasting a long time. Where is the AOD? AOD comes back in again. Is he going to find the AOD? No, he's looking for a snare instead. So training this Derv Prod, but to no effect. SOA. Is this double SOA? Either the SOAs are just lasting a long time or they have two of them. If they have two, then it's a spec. Maybe not though. So Barbs, they're looking for the Meze of HDM. No AOD. SKT seem to be lacking some catch here. AOD gets ruptured there. Yeah, SKT just struggling a bit to close out these kills, and the fact that they've capped HDM has capped SKD's Vine Seed means that HDM are struggling to run flags out from this position. They do get one out now, but they've been struggling to this point because they have to run flag out through SKT. But getting that flag out will open up the map a little bit for them. They're going on offense with the Meze now. Question is, are they going to survive if they send the Meze on offense? They should actually, because this is the AOD, so SKT is playing without their AOD main. Which means that they should be under no pressure. As any target they try and camp down can just be prodded, especially with SOA. So, AOD defending the split gives SKD no win condition, essentially. Unless they can find a kill here, which they may. Nope. Looks like the Rups are doing work. They still may find a kill here if the Monk doesn't come. Seven's coming now. I think he'll be there in time to save the Lisa of HDM. So it's now SKT with the flag again. They're almost consolidated in an 8v8, but they hesitate a little bit. Yeah, little bit of hesitation there. Does it give the opening? It does give the opening for HDM to run the flag out. And this Mesmer here does not have a snare, so this flag is getting through. Question is, does the Derv die for it? Probably not, since the only damage is Shatter and Wastrels. And Backfire, which he can optionally not cast through. It would be really sad though for SKT if they don't score a kill off of this. Looks like they won't. So SKT is at risk here. They've got to get a flag out. They're not really trying very hard. They're still looking for kills, focusing on kills. If they can find kills, then they can ignore the flag for a bit. Yeah, they get the heal monk there. Pack gets off. They're trying to keep the damage together to find those kills, and now that HDM is pushed up, they may find some, but it's a minute to boost. It's not the worst time to take deaths, it's 30 seconds to base res. Lisa of HDM is harassing the backside of SKT, stopping them from running flags. So is the Meze here, but the Meze being here means that he's not rupting the AOD, so lots more AODs probably getting off. Also without the Edenar from that Meze here. And it's a potential after time wipe for HDM if they take more deaths here. We just need to see a couple of good AODs get off. And it should be enough to kill. It's the critical skill. There's the AOD. 7 Monk is just escaping though. Can they find him? He's still escaping. No Harriers there. And not able to close out the kill again. And now the HDM are going to boost. It's not looking so great for SKT. Their time to find kills is running out. This engagement will surely turn against them. Meze of HDM is here now. It's going to make it even harder for them to get off the AOD. And now this game is going to slowly swing into HDM's favor, it seems. Almost a parity with the morale. Yeah, P-League. Very hard game for the AOD. And no way for SKT to cap a flag if they keep this engagement going. Still just looking for the kill, but with no AOD, they're not going to find it. They're going to have to coordinate Aegises or something to try and get the AOD off. It's the key skill to this game. It's the only way that SKT is going to find kills. Just look at the focus on this guy. So hard for him to get anything off. Gets the Sig Hum there, but without the AOD, once again, doesn't mean much. AOD rupted just at the end by a P-Spike. Oh, there's a Purge Signet as well, I think. Someone's got Purge Signet out of HDM. So SKT completely giving up on flags. Now starting to pull back a little bit. Miraculously, they haven't taken any more deaths. SKT. Maybe they haven't taken any deaths whatsoever to this point, but... So that is one good thing for them. Even though they're giving up boosts, HDM themselves are not advancing a win condition. Now this is a little bit of an opening. The prod is saving the Lisa Derv of HDM. So it potentially gives a little bit of an opening if SKT can get an AOD off, but it doesn't look like it. Looking for the Lisa now, and his support is very far away. Lots of damage nearby. Lisa's making a run for it. Okay. SKT are not going to commit on the Lisa. Instead, HDM is looking for a split of their own. It's defended though by the Backfire Meze and the Monk. And that's a flag cap out of SKT. It's going to be a long time though for HDM to cap flag back since they don't have a backup. So another opening potentially for SKT. Rups are on the Mesmer Necro, which means that... No, the Mez Rit is here. So Rups on the Mez Necro, you would think mean that the Mez Rit can get off AOD, but it gets complicated. So no AOD means no kill. Double SOA, so it is double SOA out of HCM. They somehow know what SKT has. Perhaps they did a scrim before this, but they've spec'd the monk bars. And given the opening there with the Lisa of HGM capping the Vine Seed of SKT, I think that HDM knew exactly what SKT was running. Somehow. Still, while HDM has found themselves back in the game, they're still no closer to winning, having not advanced any win conditions. They've only got one archer down. They do have an easier path now to get into SKT's base, with the Vine Seed capped. Not taking risks yet though. It would help HDM to prioritize the flag, as if they're boosting they can take more risks in suicide for NPCs. Cap the flag now. Do they have their back Vine Seed cap? No, they don't. They just run the flag and obscure path. But yeah, if HGM is boosting, they can afford to take DP for NPCs, which is gonna actually advance a win condition. It looks like this game is probably going to 28. HDM forced to play very defensive, which makes it hard to kill. SKT not able to get their damage off, their important skills off, while HDM play defensive. AOD is off now. Who's it on? It's on the 7 monk, I think. He's got Dark Escape. It can be removed. There's the Irresistible. I don't know if that Irresistible hit though. Might have hit an Aegis. Either way, one AOD is big, and it lasts longer than Dark Escape. It's doing work. 7 monks at risk here. They've got to run out the clock on the AOD. Ooh, SKT's almost going down at the same time, actually. Looks like they've recovered. Purge Signet on the 7. Stolen Speed Rupted. And 7 monk is safe for now. Very close for both teams there, but SKT finally getting off the AOD and almost scoring a kill off of it. There's the AOD again. Who's it on? Meze? It's on the Meze, but there's the Purge Signet to quickly remove it. Hard to route the Purge Signet with the Meze defending split. With the Meze defending split, SKT's Meze, I don't think they have any Rups, or if they do, it's not many. So no way to take out the Purge Signet, which means that the only target they can train is that 7 monk, because he can just Purge Signet anything else, presumably. Looks like there's an AOD that's gone off here on the Mez Rid. He's close to going down. Purge Signet, there it is. And brings him back to full health. That was close. I wonder what took so long for that Purge Signet. I think it's on a 10-second cooldown, isn't it? Is there another AOD here? I think there might be. They've found the target. They've killed the Mez Rid. Perhaps training the Mez Rid allows the AOD to get off a little bit easier, as the Mez Rid has to be on shield set, and if he gets knocked down, he can't interrupt it. There's another AOD on the Derv Rid. There's a Purge Signet though. Purge Signet is 20-second recharge, not 10 seconds. So AOD does recharge in half the time of Purge Signet, potentially a quarter of the time if you get a half recharge. Dervish goes down as well. That's 2 dead, both the packs. Down for 20 more seconds. Flag coming out of SKT on the 8 monk. SKT can't make much more out of this though. And unfortunately, this doesn't push SKT very far ahead. Yeah, because it's not much DP given all the boosts, and they weren't able to get any pit NPCs off of this. So even though they did score kills, no closer to winning the game. On the bright side for SKT, it seems like they did find a way to kill, which is a huge difference, given that they've struggled to do it for 10 minutes now. We'll see if SKT can continue finding those kills. Oh, dodges some interrupts there. AD Bust does struggle for energy a bit. No, SKT gonna pull back now, potentially looking to retake control of the flag stand. Not gonna be there in time though to stop the cap out of HDM's Lisa. So this is still a dead even game. SKT try and catch an 8 monk. No AOD on it though, they're looking for another target. Complicate. Ooh! Complicate on the fragility. Gets a fast cast on AOD. AOD's on the Mesrit. Where's the Purge Sig? No Purge Sig. No Purge Sig. The Mesrit may go down. While the Mesrit's getting trained once again, he can't interrupt the AOD very easily. And he goes down again. That'll be 20 DP on him. Flag cap though out of HDM. Yeah, so while the Mesrit gets trained down, if the Mez Assassin is on split, then there's no way to interrupt the Mesrit and the Mez Necro. But I don't know why the Purge Signet hasn't been coming out. Perhaps they're taking it out somehow? I don't know what they could take it out with there. A little bit confused about that. So now SKT finally starting to build up an advantage. They can stack more DP on that Mesrit. That will lead to a win condition. That Mesrit is crucial to HDM survival. So if he stacks up DP, HDM will start falling over. This KT trying to control the center. Keeping the AOD loitering around flag stand to stop HDM from capping. Now that HDM have some DP, SKT do not want to give up boosts. Where is the Vine Seed? There should be one remaining Vine Seed. It is hidden inside of SKT's pit. And if SKT don't push, there's nothing HDM can really do. SKT don't need a boost, they've taken no deaths this game. Thus far. So SKT perhaps just waiting for lore damage now that they have some DP on the Mesrit. So, lore damage. What happens at lore damage with these builds? Who does it favor? I think lore damage favors HDM's build. I don't know actually. I think lore damage comes down a lot to whether the Mesrit can get his AOD off on the defending solo monk. Presumably there will be only one monk of HDM defending. And if AOD and a snare gets off on that 7 monk, if he gets caught out a little bit and dies too early, then HDM can get lorded. I think a lot of it comes down to that. There's the flag cap. Is KT gonna push in? Where's their flag? Looking for the 8 monk. Got 2 damage on him. KT is gonna have to pull back to not lose the 7 monk. They bring back the AOD now. They did bring the flag into HDM's base. Looks like they were going to go for pin NPCs, but the fact that their 8 gets caught stops them from doing that. There's an Aegis Pact. Okay, a little bit awkward out of SKT. Have to pull back from that NPC attempt. It's now an 8v8 again. This is HDM's chance. What do they look for? Do they look for pin NPCs? The Meze of SKT is right on top of them, so it's going to be tough. And now this is SKT's battle again. They've got most of their damage here again. HDM's pulled out of their base. But SKT is going to have to run the flag in. So one death out of SKT, but potentially not much more coming from that engagement. Oh, Mesrit goes down again! He's on 40 DP, I think. 35 DP. Or 33 DP. But perhaps that gives SKT a little bit too much confidence. They've got to be very careful right here. They could take a death. They're against 3 damage. They got 2 monks. They cap the flag. So SKT managed to score the kill there without the Mez Necro, without the Mez Assassin, with just the AOD. That looks really bad for HDM. Crypto on the 7 monk of SKT. HDM running into the base of SKT, but this backfire wastrels should stop this Baltov in its tracks. Number 8 monk of SKT is caught. He's on pact. He doesn't want to die, that's for sure. Against 3 damage. 7 monk of SKT though is in trouble. He was low, but it seems like he survives there for a moment. SKT need to consolidate together as a team once again, get the flag out, not lose pit NPCs. They're at risk of losing pit NPCs here. If they lose the knights, it's going to be huge. They can't get an 8 back. There's a bridge block out of HDM. It's an 8 monk and a Balt Dervish. They're going to get the knights. Warriors here now, gets through. Death on HDM's warrior Mesmer Assassin that was blocking the Vine Seed. Balt Dervish probably going to go down to 8 monk, escapes. So HGM takes some DP on a bunch of different characters here, but they do get the knights down of SKT, and that is huge. I think this late in the game, definitely worth it. Not ideal to take all these deaths, but worth it to get the knights down. And they're close to boosting. Are they going to boost? No, no boost. SKT managed to cap the flag. But now HDM's totaled in their base. No Vine Seed repaired, so they have only one path out. Running flag on the Lisa, that'll help them if they can get it out. That'll open up the map. Question is, are they going to get it out? This flag run is potentially going to expose the Mesrid as well. He's at the top, so he's playing very safe, but the Derv Necro goes down. Lisa goes down with the flag. That's a flag return. Pact on him. That he has got to get out of there. HDM with the big split now. It's Mez Assassin, Warrior, Monk. Mez Assassin. Oh, hang on. 6 Monk of HDM goes down. He's back up again on Pact. There's 2 Pact players now on HDM. So 6 Prot Dervish is going to go down again. No way to keep him up. This is probably game. Yeah, this will be game. And HDM push back into their base, just struggle to get out in time. And their main team is wiped in the process. I wonder what what SKT did to start getting off the AOD more. What adjustments they made. Because for 10 minutes there, until about 15-16 minutes in the game, they just weren't able to get off almost any skills, it seemed, on the AOD mez. Anyway, match goes to SKT. Great player by both teams. Fantastic match. And HDM, even with some good specs on their side, the double SOA, the Purge Signet, they were able to pull through. Nice 28-minute match. Next up, we'll see Fist versus Hero Battles Never Die. Fist with the Rit Paragon Spike, 6 damage. It'll be 4 invokes probably. 3 or 4 invokes. 2 early Rits. And Hero Battles Never Die lies. Oh, this is actually a good team. I was not expecting a real team here, but it is. This is a German-Austrian team. Very strong team. It's kind of like a lag, sort of. It's a HDHR reform, it looks like, which was a Euro team in the mid-2010s. So very, very nice team here. They are running Necro balance-ish. They're running 2 Necros, a Ranger Necro, Dervish, Mesrit, perhaps looking to play solo split Necro. I don't know. This is a very odd lineup. And yeah, Fist with the Paragon Spike. I would heavily favor Fist in this matchup, especially since Lies have not ran out the Vine Seed. I think Fist probably have a much better AV8. It looks like Lies build doesn't have much damage in an AV8, which means they're not going to be able to punish the fact that Fist have only 1 monk. And not capping the Vine Seed means they can't split as well to punish the 1 monk. Going for the Ranger first. One with the most armor against Elemental. Ballsy move. Spike coming. Great job by Lies keeping that Necro alive there. Second flag out of Lies here on the second Necro. You can see the Vine Seed Fist has been run all the way back into their pit. Curious Fist hasn't been able to score a kill yet. Lies doing an amazing job staying alive. Usually teams would have taken 2 or 3 deaths by now already. Going for the Ranger again. He's pushed up a little bit, which is a great bait because he's got the most armor against this spike. Baits the spike onto himself by doing that. Very nice play by Lies. Still no Vine Seed run out of Lies. Yoshi said, I even run the extra armor versus lightning. So Yoshi here running lightning armor on his Ranger makes him very hard to kill for Fist. So Fist is going to have to run this flag through. They're running back for a second one on their number 8 alley. But this is Lies timing. Fist is a man down trying to run the flag through. Lies have to put out a lot of pressure here. They've got a backup flag. Fists don't seem to be taking much damage though. Here we go, spike coming soon. Here it is. And it's caught. Caught once again. Flag cut. Soon out of Fist if they can get this through. Lies do not have a backup flag. So this is going to give Fist a long time to tee off if they can manage to get this flag in. And that was why Fist preemptively went back for that second flag run. It's a Mind Shock, by the way, on the 8 of Fist. It's not a 4th invoke. Lies now going to pull back as a team. Are they going to catch? Is Fist going to catch anyone? Pushing forwards, they're very fast with the fallback. Here we go. Big spike gets caught though. How is Lies catching these spikes? Any other team would have taken many deaths by now. I don't know how Lies is managing to survive. Running a Necro and a Dervish out the back with the flag, but this is going to let Fist stall them. Oh, caught by the ice prison. Not good. This is going to be a dead 1 or 2 characters. Necro grabbed the flag, but he runs straight into the invokes. Big mistake running into that 8 Ellie. And that is going to set Lies on the back foot. Potentially could have ran the flag through on the Ranger, given he has all the lightning armor. Big spike, but it's on the Ranger again. No backup flag needed. There's another spike. It's on the Prop Monk. He's caught off of shield set, but still survives. What is going on? That surely should have been a kill there. Prop Monk KD'd on staff. Okay, Mez goes down. 40-40. Dervish goes down again. Doesn't cap the flag. And a couple of mistakes now out of Lies. If they want to run the flag out, they have to do it as a team. Dervish is rezzed, but this is a fast air rally chasing him. Does get his Windborn rupted, so not that fast at the moment. Rupt on the Ice Prison. Ranger taking a lot of damage, goes down. Very unfortunate for Lies. And Lies succumbing to Druid's Isle. Essentially. Fist now having boosted. I've taken no deaths so far. In firm control of this game, now that they have some DP on Lies. And the more DP Lies stacks, the more of these spikes are going to go through. So it is double blood necro, right? Very curious what the idea behind that is. Very non-standard. Fist regenerating mana probably. Waiting for time to go in that won't cause them to wipe after time. Get that archer down. And playing very patient. A lot of enchant removal on Lies. Perhaps that means that Fist had to take longer between these engagements, as every time they go in, all these attunements that they rely on will be stripped. They don't have as many covers as regular Ellies would have for the attunements because they're running spike builds. They need things like the Sundering Weapon, lots of reses. Interrupt there on the Spirit Weapon. No deep win on that spike, or maybe there was, but anyway, Dervish goes down again. I think he's 45 now. Other spike. It's on the Dervish again. Manages to stay up. Fist seeing themselves start degenning, a little bit concerned about it. Now start pulling out. Lie's gonna follow them. Pre-prodding on the Dervish. See if there's a deep strip spike on the Dervish. Big pre-prods on him. It's a Mesmer Necro on Fist, so potentially has Rend. Dervish is now pushing up. You gotta think he's the next spike target. He is. What was that? Shatterstorm. Shatterstorm. So there is a deep remove. Aside from Rend. Perhaps has Rend too, but Dervish has to be very careful. But it does feel like Fist is somehow lacking invokes. It's almost like they don't have all their invokes hitting on the spike target. Perhaps that's because number 8 has Mind Shock, so it's not on every spike. Now this big spike there, that was a Shatterstorm spike. Dervish goes down. 60 DP. He will not base res. Mesmer is dead on Pact. And that's probably it for Lies. 8 down as well. There will probably be a time for one base res, but no, resign out and call it. I'm gonna have to obs that again later because I don't know how Lies managed to survive for so long at the start of that game. They only started getting behind really when they split out the back, put the flag out the back, got snared, took the death on the Dervish and Necro, and then tried to do it again. which was unnecessary. So yeah, I don't know how they survived, but doing something right. Got a couple of good, man, so many good Euro teams now. I'm gonna take a short break. Be back in maybe 2 minutes or so, and then we'll see the last two games. Okay, back for the final round. First up, we will see. Hang on. Did HDM lose? Who did HDM lose to? Alright, that was to SDK. Right. So we'll see HDM versus Honor Knights. Round 4, Burning Isle. Burning Isle will be the finals map this month. So this is effectively the finals of this European daily tournament. On a fitting map. HDM, 3 melee, 2 mez. Number 1, 3 melee, 2 mez. So we got a mirror match, both teams with 2 warriors, 1 Dervrit. Number 1, before on Uncharted, ran a Balterv instead of a Lisa. So we'll see if they run that again. HDM, perhaps more likely to run a Lisa. So both teams with 1 teleport, hammer, 1 packed hammer. Yeah, Vow Party, Lisa. Probably Lisa. Either Lisa or Granth. Whoop, the back soon text is up. Thank you very much. Thank you, John. Oh, it's a Granth. It's a Granth. Or a Balth. No second flag for HDM. What's it gonna be? This one's a Balth. This one's a Granth. It's a Granth. HDM. No Lisa. Very aggressive build. Both teams with a very aggressive build, actually. Got the Enraged Smash Hammer on the Mesrid here. Flag cap, immediate push. Double running out of number 1. Put them on the back foot temporarily. Actually, double running out of both teams. But immediate cap out of number 1. Flags are pretty much even because of that successful flag push there out of number 1. Or a Faith. Flag 2 coming on the Mez A. No flag push out of HDM there. Lets the Mez A run the flag through for free. Running next one on the Balterv is number 1. Flag cap out of HDM. Here's the flag push. Not looking good for this Mez A for a moment. His number 8's there in range of him, but that's a lot of damage he's going to take. There's a Mez on him and a Warrior. Warrior gets line backed a little bit by the Mesrit and has to pull back. Not looking good for HDM. They're getting behind on flags here. Flag cap out of number 1 soon. If HDM don't slow this down, then number 1's going to be pretty far ahead and have the opportunity to cheese if they choose. They are going to cheese a little bit. It's an 8v7 for at least 30 seconds or 20 seconds until this Mez gets here. HDM gonna have to pull back a little. Actually, sorry, I lied. They're running on Meze, so they're not cheesing. Double running now at a HDM. Flag push. Meze's in trouble, goes down. Flag return. Teddy gets the kill on the Meze of number 1, returns flag. Has to be pacted. Packed from the warrior. Meze gets cowarded, runs back. Number 8 of number 1 is going to have to be careful about those flag pushes. Or at least any monk of number 1 is going to have to. And now HDM firmly ahead on flag. That's all it took. And they are in control. Meze's got the flag. This is going to be a tough flag run through all the frontliners. HDM have advanced position. Are they going to try and pass it? Looks like they might try. No. This is looking really bad for number 1. Mesric goes down. Meze going to go down too potentially. There's a flag drop and return. Number 1 going to have to retreat. But they're going to have to retreat through the lava and may take a lot of deaths doing so. Thankfully, 30 seconds to base res, so HDM won't have time to end it. Number 1 should have another go at this. Number 5 potentially going to go down. Will it be after time? No, it won't. Whoa. Knights. Knights surviving, surprisingly, for a while. One of them dead now. Second one survives. So this is number 1's chance. Boost in a moment for HDM. But they've got a knight in it, which is attracting the Grenth Dervish of HDM. A lot of line backing out of both teams right now. Archers are also in it if they can hit anything. Straight up AV8 brawl with some NPCs. This is number 1's chance, but they're taking some damage. Both teams taking some damage. I don't know who's ahead in this fight. It's morale advantage versus NPC advantage. HDM under some pressure. HDM's backline sort of in a bit of a choke here. Knight almost going down. Still alive though. Still pulling the attention of the Grenth Derv. There's a big Prot D and Mesrid is down. Warrior almost goes down too, but that will stop the momentum of number 1. Here's a pact under the bridge. Hides it nicely. Oh, opts not to. Going for the base res in 9 seconds instead. But number 1 has now lost a lot of momentum. Almost an after time death there on the 8. Might be on the 6. Huge damage being taken. Somehow recover for the moment. Dervish not hitting anyone right now. And 8 goes down. Will we see a pact? Mesrid is not in range to pact, I think. They're right next to each other, so if one gets complicated, they both might be out. Still not resing. Okay, now we have the res. Pretty late though. And number one just not able to stay stable enough. Dervish is still running about on vacation. Now he's back in the fight. HDM pushing deeper now. They're in the pit. Take out the Meze. Number one have to find something soon, otherwise this is going to be over. They're under so much pressure. 7 goes down. Meze is pacted. Meze may go down again. Takes out the Mesrit with him on pact. And number one looks like they are totally out of juice. Nothing left in the tank. 30 seconds left to base res. There is enough time for HTM to end it if they focus on that. Instead going for the warriors. Warrior, yeah, not gonna end it actually. They're just savoring the flavor. Actually, they may have time. They're killing the Lord pretty quickly, so they probably can end it. Yeah, I stand to be corrected. Just enough time to end it. So, final round in the losers bracket goes to HDM. So, next up, last but not least, the grand finale of the European AT. We've got Fist versus SKT. SKT last round ran their AOD Hexway thing. Was 2 front, 3 mez. And Fist in the previous round ran their Rip Paragon Spike. This time, however, Fist will be running splits, double Ellie split. 2 Dervishes mez, 2 Ellies. SKT, on the other hand, 3 front, 2 of them Dervishes and 2 mez. This will be very interesting. We have not seen Fist really tested with their split. So if SKT can put up a good fight, we'll see how... We may see how Fist fights into some adversity. We'll see. With their split. So Lisa here on the number 2 of Fist. Balth on the number 1. So opting to have some damage with the Balth. Mesrid as well, not a Meze as we saw previously out of HDM. When HDM was running their split, having speed boost on the main team Mez. Interesting flag attempt here, or flag bait. First Sentinel going down. Wonder if this is Vow Piety Lisa. I think in this matchup, an interrupt on the Lisa is good. Or a Cryptsig. I guess if you have Cryptsig on the Balth, you don't really need it on the Lisa. I guess interrupt will be very good, so you have a kill threat. 2 Ellies taking out the Sentinel right now. It's going to be defensed by the Meze and the 8 Monk of SKT. Tough for the Ellies to push into the lava against the Meze and the Monk. They're going to need potentially a Monk with them if they want to do that. How well SKT does in this matchup depends partially on the Meze's build. Does he have 2 interrupts or 1 interrupt? Does he have E-Burn E-Surge or just E-Surge? This is just going to one-man split right now. Going to be defended by a Monk. It's a Fire Rally. Meze of SKT is going to main team as well as the Mind Shock of Fist. Looking for a kill there. Almost get down the Mesrid of SKT. Close call. But that does put SKT ahead on flags. Actually, I don't know if that contributed to them being ahead, but they do get ahead on flags nonetheless. Scratch that, it's pretty even on flags. But SKT do cap now. I wonder if Fist will send their number 8 to split and allow them to get over the lava. Let's try and see what the Meze build is as well. Does he have the 2 interrupts? Did SKT or HDM win? SKT won. At about 27 minutes, I think. 20. It might have been 25 minutes. Anyway, it was a long game. So we saw a single Lee-Surge there. Flag running out of the Lisa. Oh, sorry. 2-man split again. And they're over the lava this time. And they have a bit of a jump. They take out that important archer that lets them commit a bit further. Bit of a misplay out of SKT not seeing that. Perhaps Fist masked that split with a fake flag run, cancelling on the Mind Shock. Interesting. Now we get to see what the Meze's build is. If he can manage to push out these Ellies, then the Ellies have to be careful in the lava. Spirit Bond on one of the Ellies as a heal. Doesn't seem like the Mez has a snare, which implies he's got 2 interrupts and ESO burn. Engagement again. Yep, E-burn. Do we see a P-spike? There it is. There's the P-spike. So he's probably got P-spike cry. Is what we normally see, which means he's a decent threat to the Ellies if he can survive. Yep, pushing back Yoko here. Yoko's got Spirit Bond, so may go down to the lava with the Meze pushing him. It's going to be tight. There's a ballsy move. Yoko goes down. It's after time as well. Minute 30 to base res. I haven't noticed the cry yet, but he must have it. And the other Ellie goes down too. Both of the split Ellies down after time. Awkward position though for SKT to be in. You can't really push the back door very effectively with just a Meze and a Monk. So even though it's after time, it's not the worst after time deaths you can take. Is it packed? No, going for the base res instead. So that is going to make this game much harder for Fist. Usually when you're running a split build, your win condition is the split. And accumulating DP for nothing makes it very difficult to win on split. So this game is more than likely going long. And may be very difficult for Fist to find win conditions. Here's another split out of Fist. 2 allies. They're bringing the Monk with them this time, which will make them much more stable. This is a much better... I think they have a better 3v3 composition than they have 2v2. See what SKT defends with. It's going to be a Hammer Warrior. So still a deadly combo out SKT, but it does favor Fist, I think. Somewhat. Still a little bit tough with the DP with suffering allies, but... it's a very difficult matchup for SKT. Just gonna pull back a bit. Perhaps because the Lisa is running a flag. But I don't know about this. Fist have sort of pulled back half into the lava, half not. They're in a dangerous spot here. Fire Rally's taking a lot of damage and eating some shutdown too. Fist is gonna have to turn this around very quickly. They are almost turning it around. Do a good job there pressuring back the Mez and the Monk. Rory needs to pull back too, and now Fist can tee off. Firely's probably a bit low mana, but SKT's on the back foot. SKT sent back that Prop Monk right now. And so now the pressure is on Fist main team to find a win condition. Pushed by the Lisa, won't be able to find a kill on that. Brilliant move by SKT sending back the Prot there and managing to not be punished at main team for it. Fist are going to have to find a way to not let that happen, to actually punish main team if SKT sends back the Prot. SKT sending back the Lisa now. Ellie's probably regenerating some mana. Lisa waiting back for next flag. So that 3v3 went very well for Fist. It was actually close to being turned on them at one point, but they did manage to stand their ground and turn it around. If they can win more engagements like that, it will be a path back into the game. They're pushing back over the fire again. This is a key engagement. I think that was an interrupt there, potentially. Knockdown on the Shatter. Removal on the Guardian. I think there's the Cry. So it is 2 interrupts for sure. Number 8 Monk is almost going down. Fire Rally's almost going down. So both teams almost scoring kills here. Interrupt on a Power Spike. I think also by Mind Shock. But this Fire Rally's taking a lot of damage. I don't know how much longer. There he goes. Fire Rally goes down. I was going to say, I don't know how much longer Fist can take this engagement for. That was before time. He bases. This is surely going to be some after time deaths here. At least one. No. No after time deaths. Fist managed to escape that engagement, cutting their losses. But that means that this game is going to be very drawn out. There's 30 DP now on the Fire Rally. Still only 15 on the air. Main team seems very stalled. Some scythe action out of the Mesmer of Fist. Out of the Mesmer of SKT as well. And Fist is going to look for the 3-man split again, engaging early now. It's a 4-man though out of SKT, as the Lisa's here running a flag, but no, he is just going to go back to the flag. And Fist is going to escape this, pull back out of the 3v3. Bring a Derv with them now though, it's a Lisa Derv. That's going to allow SKT to send back their Prot. Oh, early engagement there. A bit low on the air rally. Where's the Prot? There's no Prot here though. He's on his way back now. It's pretty late though. He's not coming. Where's the Prot? This is giving Fist a long time here to score a kill. Fist, SKT's main team actually in some trouble while the Prot comes back, I think. How are they dying at main team if they're keeping the Prot there? Anyway, this is not looking good for SKT all of a sudden. Archer at risk of going down. Archer does go down. But now here's the collapse. There's extra damage now at SKT. Baltov is here. It's 3 damage. 3 damage, 2 monks. Fist is on full retreat. 45 DP now on the fire rally. And Fist a little bit too long and a caught out. Eight's going to go down too, surely. Not able to get the return off in time. And now this is a deadly push through the back door. These after time deaths now do matter. And game is slipping out of Fist's grasp. No wasting time on that outside archer. Going straight for pit NPCs. Diving into the bodyguard. No monk in range. Only one Ellie back to defend. Main team of Fist is now in retreat. They lose the bodyguard. They lose a knight. They have to try and cut their losses right now. Might lose a second knight. It's close. Keep it up for now. But this is not an engagement that Fist wants to be stuck in. They need to find a way. Either once they base res, they have to put out a huge amount of damage with their rallies. One of them is probably going to be low mana though, and the other one is 45 DP. There's the base res now, but Fist is already low. They need to find a way to either kill right away or, I don't know, escape their base somehow and survive. Very difficult though. SKT is looking for the allies. Fire Ellie's very open. He can go down so fast if SKT manage to find him. They got a warrior on the air rally. They got a dervish on the fire rally. SKT is just stalking these allies down. Nowhere for them to go. Air rally goes down. That's 30 DP on him. And it's falling apart now for Fist. No flag run out of Fist. Just trying to take his 8v8. Unable to disengage. And the Ellies can barely even cast, because as soon as they start casting, they're going to be eating peace spikes and getting almost one shot. There's a coward. Oh, saved by the Aegis, last second. Airelli actually finds an opening. Lisa's chasing him. I don't think the Airelli can afford this flag. He's probably going to have to drop it. Oh, there's a teleport up the top by the warrior. Eats the pin down though. And Airelli's going to get 45 potentially for this. Actually, he manages to get the flag out. Looks like the Lysander was stalled a bit by the Cryptsig and Warrior 2. Big flag run. What do you know? Fist managed to get out of their base. Dervish out the back door. Fist somehow surviving. Score a kill there at main. That's going to be a base res. I don't know if that's actually a bad thing for Fist to score a base res, because that's going to allow that Mez to defend the base and run out of flag. Fist somehow finding their way back into this game. Yeah, really got to be super careful. Almost eats the crypt there. Eats that crypt from the Harriers. He will go down. No! That was a tiny crypt. He actually might be okay. He can keep on dodging those. There's a Cryptsig from the bout down the bottom. Airelli manages to survive by the skin of his teeth. Potential flag push here on the flag running Meze. That may get Fist the boost if they go for it. Lisa Derv of Fist is backdoor against the 8 monk. That means that there's no one to support the Meze for now. Oh, cancel on the Cryptsig. Managed to get it off on the Meze. Can he chase him down? What's he doing? Hard Raptor's already out. 7 monk of SKT's down at the main. Fist edging back into this game. Doesn't look like it'll be a boost. It's close, but I don't think that Fist can stall for long enough for the boost. It would have been a huge boost. SKT though, taking more deaths. There's the Mez Rit down, Prod is down. If SKT take after time deaths here, they could lose the game. Is anyone caught? Who's caught? 8 is caught a little bit. Mez 8 could be caught as well. 7's caught. This could be game. 8's down after time. 7 down after time. That's a pack kill. Baldervish trying to sneak out with a res. Mesmer sees him though. Ellie see him too. And this game is going to go to Fist. And SKT just completely fell apart. They got the AV8, they got everything they wanted. But then they let that aerially run out the front. They followed the Lisa out the back with the Monk instead of the Meze. They weren't able to score kills on those Ellies despite chasing them around after the base res. And Fist able to close out the game. Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. And they're the winners of this automated tournament. It's European Daily. So fantastic job by Fist. Losing on the split side, but then managing to turn into a chaotic game and come back. So I think that's all the games for today. Yeah, I think we watched literally every game that was on OBS. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. And well done to Fist. Catch you all next time. See if there's anyone to host actually. Is anyone streaming? Let's see. Nobody stream. Oh, hey, here we go. We got General Von Rune streaming random arenas. There we go. Yeah, well done, Fist. Alright, see you next time, guys.